Hello everyone, this is Captain Sobani. Welcome aboard to Starship Enormoprise for another episode of Galactic Civilizations 3. In the last episode I said I was going to play the game some more on my free time to kind of figure out how to play the game more. Well, I did that, and I kind of got obsessed with it. I've put over 10 hours of free time in the last week playing this game. In fact, that's kind of the reason why the video that came out, that was supposed to come out on Saturday, came out on Sunday, because I just spent Saturday all day just playing the game. Anyways, I love this game. It's awesome. And the reason why we're on the main menu and not in our save, because I'm a dingus and accidentally overrid my YouTube save with my offline save, so we'll just have to start over completely. Which to me isn't a bad idea, because, check it out, I actually made me in the game. I made the Sobani Empire. So we're going to be playing as them instead of the Terrans that we were playing before. And over here is kind of like everything I have. My people are clever, so they get better research. They're influential, so their influence is better. We're wasteful, so we're not really good on an economy. Content, so our morale is always high. Handy, so our colony maintenance is pretty good. We're gentle, so we're not really good when it comes to planetary invasions. And our ships are fragile, so they break easily. But they're very agile, and we're organized, so we can have larger fleet sizes. I've actually found out in my playthrough that this seems to be pretty balanced. The only main issue is the low economy in the beginning of the game. Which can be offset later on in mid-game when your influence starts taking over the world and your tourism gets really high. But other than that, that's just their main weakness. Is we're paranoid, so we get free drones that defend our planets, which actually comes in handy in some of the playthrough I was doing before. And we're also vigilant, so our star bases have larger area of effects, so you can get more resources with less star bases. And we start off with a survey ship, because I like survey ships. So, we're going to go ahead and be this one. And I still need to export this to Steam Workshop. I need to figure out how to do that, because I do want to upload this so you guys can play it whenever you want to as well, if you want to be the Sobani Empire. Let's go ahead, hit that. Let's go ahead and set all this up. Let's see, we're going to play on a Gigantic. I played around with that on my offline save, and it was working just fine with my computer. So I think even with the extra processes running for recording the game, I think it'll run just fine. There is a glitch after you play the game for like 3 or 4 hours straight. It starts putting more of a load on the CPU for some reason, and after like 6 or 7 hours it puts a load so big that it usually crashes the game. And I'm not going to record for 6 hours straight. So that's not a big deal to me. So let's go ahead and do that. Keep it on scattered. Let's see. These are kind of the settings I had before when I was playing my game. Let's see. Habitable, occasional. I kind of want to put this up a little bit more, because it was kind of hard to expand. No, actually, I don't think there was too much of a deal in my playthrough. Let's see, resources, frequent, rare, rare, rare. Oh, and I found out the black holes actually have antimatter, which is one of the main resources in the game. So I might want to put that a little bit higher than rare. Yeah, let's put that up to uncommon. Resources, occasional. Let's put this down. Seemed like that was like too much. Anomaly frequency. And let's put that down to rare. Victory conditions still the same. Have everything except for turn limit. Game settings. A crisis I'm turning off. Crisis are kind of major events, and I guess mega events off as well. They're kind of major events in the games where you have to kind of play this RNG game to try to win. If you win, then something like great would happen. Like in my playthrough, we had 2 major crises that happened. One was like a giant asteroid was coming to one of my planets. So you had to try to develop a ship or do something to try to stop it. If you don't win the RNG roll, then you lose the planet. If you do win, then depending on the path you took, you might get a very powerful spaceship, or might get like a technological breakthrough for destroying the asteroid. Like it's too severe in my book. Like you either lose the planet or you gain a powerful ship. And then the other one was actually pretty cool. It was a situation where the people in my faction believed that they were just programs in a simulated universe, and they were trying to contact the creator of the universe. Which I think they ended up doing it. They said that they sent the message saying that that we come in peace, and then the game actually spawned a colonizable planet in their galaxy, or not galaxy, but in their circle of influence. So that was pretty cool. But the first time I played that, I actually failed and lost the planet. So the events are cool. They do have a really cool storyline to them, but I'm just gonna turn all events off because they kind of like make the game a little too random. So minor civilizations uncommon, yes. United plans frequency, yep, occasional. Galactic difficulty normal. Ah, that's what I did wrong. I was trying to figure out why the game pacing was so low, but research was still going pretty well. Let's put both of you guys on slow. There you go. Game pacing determines like how fast you can build things. Research rate determines how fast you research stuff. And all this does is just puts a penalty on your overall research level. Same with game pacing. Okay, and opponents. Team 15. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff set up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to have 2 beginners, 4 easies, 4 gifted, 2 geniuses, and 3 normals as our AI opponent. Now, in my save, I kind of screwed up and only had 1 genius. What I thought was going to happen was all the people around it were going to gain up and try to take down the genius before it gets too powerful. But I think the genius actually spawned with a bunch of like easies and beginners because he was able to take over the area quickly, and now he's in the process of taking over the entire map. So, I think having 2 geniuses and then in late game have them fight each other would be a good way to settle that. So yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and get in the game and start playing. Okay, here we are. You guys can pause this and read it. I'm not really going to, because we did that in the first episode. I'm going to try and get some gameplay going, because I kind of wasted a lot of time just sitting here talking about everything that I've learned about the game. Okay, and our call sign in the game is SOB, which doesn't stand for what you think. That stands for Sobani. Can I rename this? I want to make this the normal prize. Click the rename. Yes. Alright, there we go. There's the SOB normal prize. Alright. What should we start research with? Let's see. Colonial settlements. Yeah, it helps with all that stuff. And that gives us our factory. What's artificial gravity do? Don't have any antimatter yet. Yeah, let's start with colonial settlements. Oh, and where the heck is research? Oh, there it is. This down here, the technological age, is actually very accurate. Right now we're currently in the age of expansion, which means we have to focus on expanding. Then age of war, which is when everyone starts going to combat, and then this one, which is after all the war starts settling. I was about 2/3 through age of war, and everyone was literally going around killing each other. It was very interesting. Let's see, you are a survey ship. Ooh, cool, we already have Duratanium. Awesome. Now this is a very vital, I mean it's very common resource, but it's very vital as well. It's the #1 thing we use to upgrade our star bases. So, I think the first thing we're gonna use, what the heck is this thing? Mausoleum. These nutrient-rich mineral deposits give a tremendous boost to the yields of farms when used as a fertilizer. Okay, good to know. How long will it take to get a shipyard out? 5 turns? Should we focus on that first? And we might as well, we can't build factories or anything yet. So let's get that going. Ooh, awesome! Mausoleum deposit, cool! That'll actually help out big time. I know I just put 2 and 2 together, but I had a hard time in my last playthrough about trying to get that type of stuff. Good to know it's actually on the homeworld. And then we can put the computer core right here. Central bank. Let's see. I guess for the time being, we'll put the central bank right here. And then that's gonna be it. Okay, let's go up here and start exploring. Let's see if we can find a colonizable planet. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to tell you guys that on the planet we start out with as the Sobani Empire is a serene planet, so it gets bonus to growth and bonus to morale. And since we specialize in that stuff, it's pretty good. Alright, I don't think... Yeah, I can't capture that unless it's in our zone of control or area of influence. We got quite a bit around here, though. It's pretty nice. And since my main planet is so good, I don't get a second planet in my home system. It is good. It's a drawback. Now... I can't wait till our tourism starts taking off. That was like the #1 thing that was keeping me alive in my last playthrough. You know, is being tortured by other things. Alright, let's keep exploring. I'll try not to talk about the game too much, but I have been kind of obsessed with it for the past week, so... because I've been playing it so much. So 3 more turns and we get a shipyard going. Good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Let's see, how's our range? Okay, yeah, we're still good. Ooh, more Duratanium. And Promethean. Now, research I've been doing, or what I've learned in my last playthrough, is Promethean is used for special research projects. It's used in late games for starbase upgrades, and it's used for prototype engines. I had a lot of this stuff in my last playthrough, which is good, I guess. So it's a very common resource. Yeah, cool. Our influence is spreading fast, but that's what we specialize in. Yay, we're starting to make an actual income on tourism. We only have 14 controlled parsecs, but we're making 0.1. Which at the moment is not doing any dent on our stuff at all. Ooh, okay, this would be a good starbase. We also found the lithium. The lithium is used for mass drivers, used for prototype mass driver weaponry and hull placement, I believe. Yeah, because it's a very durable material, so it's used for mass drivers and armor. So we'll probably get a starbase going up here first, and then we'll make the one down here. Ooh, yay! So let's go ahead and get our foragers going, which is the name of our constructor ships. And I haven't really played around too much with the shipbuilding thing, but I've come to realize that the automatic ship placement thing that the game makes is actually pretty good. It updates every time like you get a new research, so it'll put new weapons on it if it can fit it, and put new engines and everything on. So I kind of just keep it the way it is. Just go with it. And speaking of which, you can actually build our first military ship, which is our Thug. which you guys remember from the last playthrough. So yeah, all it has is a rocket. But we're in the age of expansion, so I'm not going to focus on military. Yay, we got the armor stuff. Planetology, what's this, Drew? Oh yeah, that improves population. I don't care about that right now. Xeno manufacturers. Yeah, too early for that. Ooh, yeah, this thing's good. It provides construction and research, and upgrades the construction and research around the actual planet. It's gonna take a while, it's 11 turns. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay. Guess we should check all the way around our system first. Before we do anything. Oh, and speaking of which, we can finally build factories. That's not going to matter. Just build a factory there. Build a factory there. And that's about it. Let's continue exploring the galaxy, see what other resources we can find. The main other ones I'm missing is the E one, I forget the name. It's the one that's good for beams and in a black hole, so we can harvest antimatter, which is good for missiles. And then once we have all three of those, then we can upgrade our space station defenses, which in this early of the game isn't that big of a deal. But if we do that, it also improves our space station's influence, which will help spread the influence throughout the galaxy, which increases tourism, which increases income. See how everything all fits together in this game? It's pretty interesting. Ooh, more Duratanium. Wow. That'd be 3 if we can get all 3 of them. Alright, let's continue heading down. I probably should... Alright, so we're in the bottom left corner of the galaxy. That's kind of where I started my last game, too. Ooh, first citizen. Yay! Okay, last episode I didn't really know how these worked. I know how they work now. We can turn the citizens into one of these things. We can turn them into a worker, which if you keep them in the Galactic mode, they'll increase your total construction of all of your planets by 3%, but then you can also send it to a planet specifically to increase it by 30%. And then they'll level up over time to increase that even further. That's the same thing with scientists. You can keep them in your main thing to increase your galactic research output by 30%, or send them to a specific planet to increase it by 30%. And administrators provide 5 more points to your administrative things, which are used for building things, survey ships, stations. They're used for a lot of like really high up things, and fleet leaders, I believe. But we're going to go ahead and trade an administrator because of the fact we're going to start building star bases, so we're going to need some more administrative points. Okay, and that puts us up to 6. And now we can use that to build star bases. First one I'm going to build is here, so we can get all 3 of these. Because the way star bases work, compared to the last episode, as long as these minerals are within the star base's area of influence, and you build a mining rig or mining ring on it, it'll gather resources from all 3 of these. You don't have to build a star base on every one like you did on 2 and 1, or Galactic Civilizations 2 and 1. You know, for putting down asteroids, there's a lot more asteroids on the map. Speaking of which, I can actually capture these asteroids. Yeah, we're making a profit. Build a mining base there. And I can't do here yet because it's not our area influence. I got a fly buzzing around. Oh, speaking of that, a fly woke me up this morning, which ticked me off. Ooh. Low gravity. Plus 10 to go. Ooh. Plus 25 to tourism income. And this also has tholium on the planet. Oh, yeah. Okay, so once we get these bases built, we're getting this planet. This is... And it also has a thalapid hide. Okay, yeah, that's a very, very important planet for us. It's not an extreme planet, no. Cool. Okay, so what I was saying is a fly woke me up this morning. It was about 6:30 in the morning, and I heard this like buzzing going around. So I woke up and I saw a fly trying to get outside. It was like hitting against the window trying to get outside. It's like, really? Because I can sleep with humming. Like if a computer is next to me and left on, I could sleep with that. I could sleep with a fan on. But if there's like a repetitive noise that stops and then starts again, like when a fly tries to get out of the window, figures out it can't, and then it tries again, and it drives me crazy. Alright, you get up here. See, that's going to give us one of everything. I think we're going to get this colony ship going first. So it made me think, if flies are doing that, why don't they just go up to the sun and not die? That just sounds mean. Why don't they just fly up to the sun whenever the sun's out? Because when they're inside a building, they want to go out towards the sun, but then when they're outside, they just stay on the deck or wherever they're flying. Why are they not attracted directly to the sun? The only answer I can think of is maybe over time, that they have evolved to the point to where, or not evolved, but their instincts have evolved to the point where they're just, like, to where they know not to go that far, because they can't reach the sun. I don't know, it's just something that's always kind of puzzled me. Like, why are flies and, like, bugs attracted to... Ooh, here's a bountiful... Ooh, and there's a mausoleum deposit on this one as well. Okay, this is starting to be a really good playthrough. This is starting to be a pretty darn good playthrough. When do we unlock the market? Oh, it's a certain government. Okay, because I know at a certain point in my single-player playthrough, my offline playthrough, I unlocked the market and I couldn't figure out why. It's because I changed governments and the government allowed you to use the market. But anyways, why do bugs just not fly up to the sun? I think it just has something to do with the fact that they have evolved to the point to where they know that that's not a good idea. Anyways, just something to think about. Okay, so I want this planet for sure. This one, it's not bad. Ooh, that one has a food on, so we can grow it larger than normal. I have also figured out about that. You can only grow large planets if there's food on, because that's why cities can only support it. Now, over time, we will learn to upgrade our colony settlement so it supports more population, and you'll get more that way. But in order to build really, really, really populated planets, you have to have a lot of food on the planet. It's not bad. We got 3 tholiums, which will come in handy in late game. Well, not tholiums, duratanium. Got 1 tholium. We need to find some of the E stuff, which I think are usually found by nebulas. Ooh, what do we get here? Oh yeah, molecular fabricator. I can get that building on the main planet. Okay. Don't really need this early in the game. I mean, we are expanding. Ooh. We will have duratanium soon. Experiments improves research. Hyperspace project. Yeah, let's get artificial gravity so we can move more. Okay. making your way up. I want to have you like right here so you can start spreading the influence up here. Or should we have you down here? So you're more protected. Yeah, I guess we'll have it there so it's more protected of that area. There's a lot of movement going on upstairs, so I apologize if you guys are hearing it right now. Nope, we only want one. I am conservative with my people, because if I lose this, I only lose 1 billion people compared to 2 billion. And you are going there. This will probably make a tourism/production planet. And these two are actually close enough to where I can build another shipyard here, and they'll go through between each other. Ooh, what the heck is this? Ooh, I met the Yorg Singularity. Cool. The weird robot people. Galaxy seems to be filled with talking meat. Sobani. We can't wait to share your knowledge with you. Yeah, why not? Incoming message. We must make the most use of our stored credits. I am making the most use. I'm waiting to get to closer to mid-game, so I don't have to deal with that. Ooh, that's a manufacturing relic. Okay, so relics are rare. There's only a few relics throughout the galaxy, and they provide they provide empire-wide benefits. So if I build a starbase and capture this, it will actually... Oh, we have to build a xenoarchaeology module to study it. And when we start studying it, it will improve the manufacturing of every single planet we own. So these are very valuable, and it's one of the reasons why I make them rare, because if civilization captures too many of these, it can actually completely change the tide of the game. So let me go ahead and move you right here. That looks good to me. Let's go ahead and construct our first colony base, and I'm going to skip this because we've seen it before. Build this so we can get some Duratanium, Thallium, and Promethean. There we go, and next turn we'll start getting that. Let's go ahead and end the turn real quick. That way I don't have to like skip all that stuff again. These asteroids are moving everything. Yeah, we're gonna need another forger. Yep, there's the first Duratanium, first Thallium, and first Promethean. Alright guys, but I think that's gonna... Ooh, we got another new citizen too. Let's turn you into a worker. And I'm gonna put that on our main planet so we can get some high level production going on. Did that improve us to 10.6? Because now we have a worker on the planet. Well anyways guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you... let's put that right here. If you like what I do, like the space games I play, please consider subscribing. Check out the other space-related content I have on the channel. If you want to support me directly, I do have a Patreon in the video description you can check out as well. But, until next time guys, this is Captain Sobani signing out.